In April 2026, something happened that the diesel industry has been terrified of for 9 years. Tesla flipped a switch in a 1.7 million square foot factory in Nevada and started building trucks. Not 10 trucks, not 100 trucks, 50,000 trucks per year on a single production line. And here's the part that nobody is talking about. A Tesla Semi now costs less to run than a diesel truck. Not in 10 years, not eventually, right now, today, in 2026. The $800 billion freight industry, the backbone of everything you buy, eat, and use, is about to be turned completely upside down. And by the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly why the diesel industry is panicking. Before we go any further, drop a comment right now. Do you think Tesla Semi will kill diesel trucks? Yes or no? I want to see where you stand before I show you the numbers. Let me give you numbers. Real numbers. Numbers that Wall Street analysts are calling the most disruptive data in trucking history. Right now in the real world, a Tesla Semi costs 15 cents per mile to run on electricity. A diesel truck, 48 cents per mile, every single mile. That's a 70% reduction in fuel costs alone. Not on paper, not in a lab. This is real-world data from actual trucks running real routes in 2026. Electrek, one of the most respected EV publications on the planet, ran a full cost analysis this month. Their conclusion: a Tesla Semi saves fleet operators up to $404,000 compared to a diesel truck over 10 years. $404,000 per truck. If you run a fleet of 10 trucks, that's $4 million in savings from switching to electric. And here's where it gets really interesting. Diesel prices have surged more than 40% since early 2026. In California, diesel is already at $7.50 per gallon. Meanwhile, electricity prices completely stable, predictable, controllable. Fleet operators can finally predict their fuel costs 5 years out. That is something that has never been possible with diesel, ever, in history. Wait, did you just hear that? $404,000 savings per truck. If you're a truck fleet owner watching this right now, tell me in the comments, are you switching? Because these numbers are hard to argue with. Now let's talk about where this is happening, because the location of this factory is actually genius, and nobody is covering this. Tesla built a 1.7 million square foot dedicated factory right next to Gigafactory Nevada and Sparks. And that one decision solved the problem that delayed this truck for 9 years. See, the reason Tesla Semi was delayed from 2019 all the way to 2026 was one thing: battery supply. Tesla kept choosing passenger cars over the truck because they shared the same batteries. But now, the 4680 battery cells that power the Semi are manufactured in the same building complex. Zero supply chain gap, zero competition for batteries. The truck gets its own dedicated supply. And the 2026 production model isn't just the same old truck. Tesla made it 1,000 pounds lighter than the original. They improved aerodynamics by 7%. And the new Megacharger, it pumps in 1.2 megawatts of power, restoring 60% of range in just 30 minutes. A diesel truck refuels in 15 minutes. Tesla Semi charges to 60% in 30 minutes during a driver's mandatory rest break, the break that law requires anyway. So the charging time argument against federal trucking regulations, it doesn't exist anymore. Here's something I want you to think about. Every time you order something on Amazon, every time you go to a grocery store, every time fuel prices go up and the price of everything goes up with it, that's the diesel supply chain affecting your life directly. Does it bother you that we're only now seeing a real alternative? Okay, now let's talk about what the diesel industry doesn't want you to know. Graphic Bernstein Research logo. Bernstein Research, one of Wall Street's most respected analysis firms, published a report this spring with one devastating conclusion. The Tesla Semi already has a 3% total cost of ownership advantage over the Freightliner Cascadia diesel truck in today's market, right now. And here's why that number is terrifying for diesel companies. The average trucking company operates on a profit margin of 2% to 5%. That means the Tesla Semi's cost advantage is larger than the entire profit margin of most trucking companies. Think about that for 1 second. If your competitor switches to Tesla Semi and you don't, they will undercut your prices and still make more profit than you. That's not a slow transition. That's a death sentence for diesel fleets. And Tesla isn't stopping at 5,000 trucks. Their Nevada factory is designed to produce 50,000 trucks per year. That's nearly 20% of the entire North American Class 8 truck market. From 0 to 20% of the market, built by a company that didn't exist in trucking 15 years ago. They're all trying to make electric trucks too, but they're fighting against their own diesel product lines. Internal conflict, divided resources, confused customers. Tesla has no diesel truck to protect. They have nothing to lose and everything to gain. I want to ask you something uncomfortable. We have 3.5 million truck drivers in the United States. Tesla Semi doesn't drive itself, not yet. But when full autonomy comes, what happens to those 3.5 million people? This is the conversation nobody wants to have. Now look, I'm not going to sit here and tell you Tesla Semi is perfect, because it's not yet. Right now, there are 145,000 diesel fueling stations across America. Tesla has opened its first public Megacharger in Ontario, California in March 2026, with plans for 37 by end of this year and 66 by early 2027. That gap in infrastructure is real, and it's massive. The Tesla Semi also has no sleeper cab. That means it's currently limited to regional freight, not cross-country multi-day hauls. For long-haul routes, diesel still wins. And the upfront cost, Tesla Semi $290,000, Freightliner Cascadia diesel $175,000. That's a $115,000 difference that smaller fleets simply cannot absorb. But, and this is a massive but, diesel truck prices are now rising toward $238,000 because of 25% tariffs on Class 8 truck parts. That gap is shrinking fast, and California alone is offering $195 million in grants to help fleets buy Tesla Semis. The problems are real, but every single one of them has a solution already in motion. Let me leave you with 3 facts that I think will genuinely change how you see the next 10 years. Fact 1. PepsiCo was the first company to get Tesla Semis in 2022. After running them for 2 years, they ordered more. Real operators, real routes, real results. Fact 2. King Fio Trucking in California tested Volvo electric trucks and Nikola electric trucks, limited to 225 miles before stopping. They ordered 20 Tesla Semis, not because they love Elon Musk, because the truck works. Fact 3. Heavy-duty diesel trucks are just 3% of all vehicles in the United States, but they are responsible for 45% of all transportation-related air pollution. 3% of vehicles, 45% of the pollution. If Tesla Semi replaces even half of those trucks, the environmental impact would be larger than removing every passenger car in California from the road. This isn't just a war between Tesla and diesel. This is a war for the future of how the world moves freight, how the price of everything you buy is calculated, how millions of people earn a living. And it started officially and on April 29th, 2026 in a factory in Nevada with a truck that should have existed 7 years ago. So here's my final question for you, and I genuinely want your answer in the comments. Is Tesla Semi the greatest industrial disruption of our lifetime, or is it too little, too late? Drop your answer below. The debate in the comments on this video is going to be insane, and I'm here for it. If this video hit different, share it with someone who drives a truck or someone who thinks diesel is forever. Subscribe, because next week, I'm covering what happens to diesel truck companies when Tesla Semi hits full production. Some of them won't survive, and I'll show you exactly which ones. See you next week.